Welcome back to American Idol Extra. Let's get right to it. Give it up for Michael Johns. Welcome, man. Grab a seat. I know that you did not really expect to be sitting there tonight. I frankly did not expect for you to be sitting here tonight. I think most people didn't. What do you think it came down to in the end? I mean, it's so tough at this point in the season, I know, but what do you think it came down to in the end?
I wish I could tell you. I had a great performance last week with the bluesy Dolly Parton thing, and then to seeing Dream On this week going first is sometimes rough, you know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know whether people just got comfortable and didn't vote. Sometimes that happens,
right?
You know, with your fan base and stuff. But you know, it's been a great experience, and you know, it's time to go to work now.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, really, so the show ends, but it doesn't end for you because you have the tour.
Yeah, that's massive.
And you seem like the kind of guy that somebody's going to snatch up for a record deal right away. I mean, can you see this guy on the cover of a CD, King? I can. You said going first is sometimes tough. How does that work? When do you find out what position you're going in, and how did you feel about opening the show? Is that a compliment? Oh, the day of?
The day of. You find out about 11 o'clock in the morning. On the day.
And how does that sit with you when they come and they say, hey, you're going to open the show?
Yeah,
Is that good news or bad news?
Well, it can be both, you know what I mean? It's like, of all the weeks I could have gone first to sing like Dream On, like a big rock song like that, and like it's a kind of soul thing to it as well. It's like, you know, I was happy with everything that I did on the show, so I'm leaving.
But a little nerve-wracking to be leading off? Because at some point you must wonder, well, are the judges going to save the comments until they've seen the whole night?
Yeah, right.
So I might not get the feedback that I want.
Mine is more like you see like us doing something ridiculous, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, and going first is Michael Johns, and you're just like, oh, okay. And then here's your microphone. Usually you get to prep behind stage a little bit, and you know.
So you're just kind of sort of thrown into the teeth. You mentioned last week, for me, Dolly Parton week. It's all wrong, but it's all right.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. That was like breakout week. I was president of the Michael Johns fan club when I saw that.
Thank you.
I love that sound. Do you feel like you stuck with that sound on Dream On, or do you feel like you got away from it a little bit?
Well, what I've said from the beginning that I'm a rock soul singer. I love singing that bluesy soul stuff. But if you hear that every week, it gets boring.
Yeah.
You know, and when you get given themes to do every week, it's kind of like, you know, you can't turn every song into a soul song, into a rock song, you know, so you've got to take the punches. So I was just, you know, I was trying to show what I would sound like after the show, and I'm totally a rock soul singer, and that's the kind of record I'm going to make.
Yeah,
so.
And well, Simon described you as a white soul singer. I think that was dead on. We all love it. Hey, we have a question for you from our audience brought to you by AT&T. Your world delivered. It's from Laura. You have a question?
Hi, Michael. I can't believe you got voted off. Oh.
Sorry.
I just think you rock, and I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you.
And my question is, what is the most unusual job that you've ever had?
That's pretty easy for me, because I somehow, which I think I've said in the press before, but I somehow fell into mascot work.
You mean like dressed up with the head and the whole nine yards?
Yeah, like a friend of mine was for a big rugby team in Australia, and she was like the musical director for it or something. And she goes, someone's cancelled. Is there any way you can step in and do this? And I said, well, what is it? They go, we've got to dress up as a kangaroo with boxing gloves and run out and act like an idiot for 30 minutes, and they'll pay you $150. And I said,
and all you heard was $150.
Yeah. And I was like 17 at the time, and I said, you got it.
Yeah, I am your kangaroo.
Yeah, and like the first one was nerve-wracking, but then no one can see you. I had boxing gloves.
Right.
I was running around just punching people, so it was kind of
anonymously punching people at a rugby match. Hey, I was thinking about something. It seemed to me when I was looking at the stage tonight, Carly and David were both in tears. David Cook. You become really, really close to them?
Yeah, I mean, all of us have become really close, but David and Carly are, you know, they're pretty special to me.
Particularly, it seems like the three of you.
And I room with David as well, and you know, we kind of crack each other up, and we've kept it really light behind the scenes. Like if he's not doing it, I'm doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like some days
somebody
not all
always
of us
lightening the mood.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I'm gonna miss everyone, but man, you know, this year's been probably the toughest year. I mean, I think we can all say that. I mean, I've been a fan of the show for 6 years, and to see the top 8 that we've got this year, I mean, it's pretty sick.
Phenomenally talented.
It's pretty sick.
It is, really. You know? Well, I know you said you're going to miss them, but they are also going to miss you. We asked them each to say a little something about Michael Johns. Here's what they had to say.
Michael Johns, our token Australian.
BMJ, the glossy Aussie.
You're just like effortlessly cool.
I love your accent. You have an amazing voice.
Love you, man. I couldn't imagine meeting a cooler guy out here.
Cool guy and definitely my new big brother.
You rock. You have an amazing talent and you're really unique and I think you're awesome.
You've been like my second dad here and you're just fearless and I love to have you around.
Michael Johns. I don't know where you get your energy from, but I love it. Do I need to say more than that?
Is it pretty much what you see is what you get with the other? I mean, like, I look at Jason, like, I wonder if he's just like that. He's like, hey, Michael.
He just is. I mean, Castro is just like,
Yeah. Pretty much.
But then, like, he'll turn around, and say something so profound, and you just gotta love him. You know,
you're like, when did he have that thought? Were you sort of the, you're one of the older guys in the group? Were you sort of
I am
the oldest one? I was trying to find a nice way to say it.
I nicknamed myself Papa Johns. That's what I am.
No pizza, just advice. Did you sort of parent anybody? Were you sort of the dad there? Or?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been at this game for a while, you know, and I've had success and failures and that kind of stuff. And, you know, for some of these guys, they're out here from little towns and they've all of a sudden get thrusted in here and stuff. I mean, it's, you know, any words of advice, I was open to anyone at any stage of the game. I just didn't look at this as a major competition this year. You know, like I wasn't competing with anyone for what I was trying to do. You know, I wasn't like trying to be the rocker guy or this guy. Like everyone.
You were just trying to do the best Michael Johns.
Exactly, and trying to show like, you know, America like what, you know, I'm going to do after Idol.
We're going to hear what you're going to do after Idol after we take a break and come back. We're going to have more with Michael Johns right after this. Stay tuned.